Okay. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Jeremy here at Cosmic Soup Recording. I'm here with my good friend Dion, and we're going to do a video about how to prepare for a recording session. I've had this idea for a short time now, and I decided that I was going to put together a little PDF and do a video in conjunction with it to hopefully help some up-and-coming or inexperienced artists prepare for their next recording session, whether it's here with me at Cosmic Soup or at any recording studio in their local area. So the first thing to do when you want to book a session is whether you're using the internet, or, Thumbtack, Google, or through word of mouth or whatever, is do some research and contact the recording studio. Most of the studios around here have a nice website that you can look at with tons of contact information. So email is perfect. Text message, Facebook Messenger. It's not really recommended to just show up to a studio. Because a lot of times there are sessions going on, and the engineer or person running the studios is probably busy, so you want to definitely try to contact them. And then when you do contact them, you want to have some sort of rough idea about how many songs you want to do, how long it's going to take you, definitely what type of music you're doing, even if it's hip hop or R&B, there's so many different styles. And then definitely ask the studio or whoever you're in contact with if they charge a deposit or what they expect from you. Some studios can get you in that day or within a few days, and some you'll have to book weeks or months in advance. And if someone wants 4, 6, 8 hour block, they're definitely going to want that deposit, because that's 6 or 8 hours that that they could be booked. And if someone didn't make it or couldn't make it or just canceled or no call, no show, then that's money that the studio's out, and they could have been working on a different project. So once you booked your session, even if it's that day or the next day, you want to send an email or a text message or just a quick phone call just to confirm, because a lot of times through text messages or whatever, I know I do it all the time. Someone says one time, or you think it's another time. Afternoon and morning and night, those are all loose terms, and so you want to make sure you definitely confirm the time, AM, PM, the date. If someone says, "Hey, I want to, next weekend," well, next weekend could be in a few days, or next weekend could be, in 10 days. So you definitely want to make sure. Plus, it only takes a few seconds to send a text message.
And it's very important to be considerate of everyone's time, even your own. So you want to over-communicate. You want to make sure you go ahead and check in. If you're showing up a little bit late, you want to make sure you text, I would say, about 15 minutes beforehand. So if your time is at 12 p.m., and you're going to be showing up a little bit late, I would say make sure you text by 11:40 or 11:45. That's going to be considerate of your time, as well as the engineer's time or the studio's time, which is going to be very, very important. Also, if there are any questions, make sure you ask. If you don't know what you're doing, or you have anything that you want to bring to the table, bring it up, and don't be scared to do that, because it's very, very important for your progress, as well as the engineer's time and efforts. Again, it's about time, it's about accountability, it's about over-communicating. I think that's very, very important.
Be careful who you invest your time in, because wasted time is worse than wasted money.
Alright guys, it's very, very important to have your instrumentals or beats ready. Whether you make beats or whether you get them from online or YouTube, whatever it be, that is your choice. You want to make sure that you have a disc or a USB drive that you have your beats on, so that way when the engineer asks you for the instrumentals, you can already have them ready to go. The most important thing about recording is going to be preparation. Whether it be you having your beats or you having your vocals ready or you memorizing your lyrics, that's going to be very, very important to, again, everyone's time. Time management is going to be very, very key to being efficient and being able to get the right product or the right song that you're looking for. So make sure that you have your beats ready on a drive, or make sure you have sent them in an email, because it's going to be very, very important for the organization of the song, for the engineer, as well as yourself.
Absolutely, and plus it saves a lot of time, because if you're on a budget and you can only afford to do 1 or 2 hours, you don't want to waste 15-20 minutes looking up your beats on YouTube or trying to send them with your phone because you've got poor internet connection, or like here it's tough. It's like a bomb shelter in here, whereas some people don't get proper service even if they're signed into the Wi-Fi. So while you're on your way or before you leave the house, send those beats over. Again, it only takes a few minutes, and if you have a couple dollars to spend, go to Walgreens or wherever and pick up a little USB drive. You can get like 10 gigs for $10 now. I mean, which is ridiculous. And that way you can have all your instrumentals on your USB drive. You can bring it, give it to the engineer. He puts it in his computer, gets all of them. If you're doing more than one song, can get them all imported into his computer, and then at the end of the session, he still has your drive. Boom, all your songs go on there, as well as in your email. And most engineers will even give you the session files. So if you want to go home and you want to mess with it, you want to do some mixing of your own, or you got a buddy that's learning and he's got a little studio, boom, there's your vocal sessions. So it's always good, and again, they're very inexpensive, and they can help out a lot, because you never know if the engineer is going to save your session. Most of them do. I do, but if there's a song, a year or two down the road where, man, I'd like to fix that one up, remix it a little bit, and you call the studio and they're like, sorry, we threw it in the recycling bin, then you're screwed. You'd have to re-record it. Whereas if you still had that drive, boom, at least you'd still have your vocals or the beat. So anyways, so that's a good couple things to help you prepare for your session, what to expect, and what you can do on your own time to help make this studio session run smoothly. Now we're going to step into the other room and we're going to talk a little bit about recording some vocals.